Hello, welcome. I'm going to show you another debugging technique. You might have seen my previous video about debugging, and what I showed you that time was that by just clicking all these so that you unhide all these variables and examining their values, you can sometimes find out where the problems are. And today I'm going to show you another technique. But let's see this program. And you may remember that it is just a very simple program that the user can type something, a letter, and then the program will display a letter. Say if I enter R, now why is it showing A? Let's see. Okay. Now the R, input letter is R, costume number 18. And then the alphabet list is okay. Then where are the problems? Now you can see that in this program, as is the case in a lot of other programs, that you will be using a lot of control. Whether it is repeat things or checking that if certain condition is satisfied, but there are all these loops and control. So what we need to do is to make sure that inside the loop things are operating correctly. And so how are we going to do that? One way is to get the sprite to say something for a certain amount of time, say here. And what I want is that I have set the costume. And then because it was hiding, we need to show it. And then another thing we may want to do is to say here. Okay. And look at the costume number. And again, we want to show it because it's been hiding. Okay, here. Right. Now, let's see. Okay. So enter a capital letter. So this time we'll say F. And now I have set the costume 6, 7, 6, 6, 6. Now this time seems fine. Okay, another one. C. Set the costume. Now here it may be appearing pretty quick. What we know is that it has gone into this loop and seems to be setting everything okay, and then it gone into this loop, but then it seems to be very quick, so we don't know what's happening. So what we can do is, instead of saying say here, we can use ask and wait. So you have time to look at the variables, look at the sprites to work out what's happening in that particular loop, and then press enter when you're ready to go on to the next step. So what I want to do is to say just costume number and wait. Okay, let's see. So this time is D. So set the costume, and then you can see that it starts with H. So we are going to the first step of this repeat loop, and the costume number is 4, and then it starts with a H, and then I, and then J, and then K. So what seems to be happening is that it does go on to the next costume, but then because it starts at different costume number, and so when you go on to the next one, it may not be the correct one. So what we need to do is simply to get it to switch to the first one when it starts. Okay, and that should fix the problem. Let's see. So now we say is D. Okay, so it starts with a K, but then quickly it has changed to A, and then B, C, D. So that seems to have fixed the problem. Now, before you run the program properly, just make sure that you hide all these again and take away all these things. And then let's run again and see. So if it's J, it's J. And then if it's M, it's M. So it is running correctly now. So remember, you can get the sprite to say something and stop in the middle of any loop or if statement, and then you can find out where the problems are. I hope that you'll continue to enjoy programming in Scratch. See you!